It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And everyone's watching Ramondre Stevenson. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Mounties and the Nighthawks. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us north of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Nighthawks of Memphis and the Toronto Mounties. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Toronto ball club as they interplay here. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Meanwhile, for our visiting Memphis ball club, they come in riding high, just one loss in their last. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Toronto. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led by their 5'11" quarterback, and a mobile one at that. From Temple, it's P.J. Walker.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Walker now. Got a man. That's Ayuk. But you look at this defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league. 17th in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it, because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Now a shot downfield on the opening play is complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And an excellent gain, 35 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week. 18 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
And no surprise, everyone in the building we've talked to is still really excited about his big day on the ground last week. It was an excellent performance, not just from him as a runner, but from each of those linemen, tight ends, wide receivers, everyone to help clear his way.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. Josh Paschal there to bring him down.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here now, a 3rd and 20. Operating from the gun, Lloyd. Short throw, going to be caught by Waller. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Sanders' kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left for football. Well, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Walker. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. 1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Lloyd. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
On for the extra point try, Andrew Mevis. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Romero. And he'll be out right at the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Lloyd. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lloyd. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5. To throw is Walker. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Memphis in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Walker. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head. 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
A gain of 8 there on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And they go play action. Here's Walker. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Nevis knocks this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. they're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw on second down. Lloyd throwing the out route incomplete. That's Romero. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 3rd and 2, Lloyd. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah,
but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This to McLaurin out on the left side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw again. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Harris running straight ahead. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Walker. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because It's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. An option handoff given to Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Working out of the gun here, Walker. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Mevis knocks this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on first down. Throwing to start the drive. Lloyd. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw on second down. Lloyd. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Austin. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Walker. He'll let it fly for Austin. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2 yards to go, second down. Operating from the gun. Lloyd. Throw left side complete. That's Romero. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And quickly they get to the line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On third down, here's Stevenson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a fourth down. And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. Treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Terry McLaurin, touchdown. Terry McLaurin. His second touchdown on the season. And the Mounties come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays. But the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw is Walker. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake. Walker. Under pressure, and down he goes. David Ojabo. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So they bring out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people that have big games as well.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun. Lloyd. Short throw. Going to be caught by Waller. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Lloyd. And he lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a first down. Looking to throw. Lloyd. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Lloyd. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Sanders is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Walker. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On the give, this is Harris. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Walker from the gun on third down. That is caught. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Walker. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Walker. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's good for 28 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Nighthawks have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Mevis for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Toronto's offense ready to take over. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Lloyd, a short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Lloyd. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And Walker now to throw on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Toronto's offense ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This offense so far on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
A first down throw for Walker. That's complete to Mooney. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Now Walker. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
First down, Walker. That's complete out left to Ayuk. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. He went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he loses the football the second time. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lloyd. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Back to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught at the 25.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And a throw right sideline here is complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now a handoff. Stevenson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
2nd down, goal to go. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is short.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And no no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. A 10-play drive that time. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Walker's throw complete here to Kmet. And he'll have another first down as he gets out of bounds as well to stop the clock. Walker now. And it's going to be caught. It's Austin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. It's brought in by Harris. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Walker. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
All eyes on Andrew Levis. It all comes down to this kick. This from long, very long range. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down at the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Memphis, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Toronto, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.